Is anything wrong?
What could be wrong?
Leprechaun, Jennifer Aniston.
Is that me gold?
What the hell are you?
I'm a leprechaun, me dear.
You really never know who is going to become famous. This little horror film is about a violent leprechaun and cost $900,000 to make. It also starred a young actress named Jennifer Aniston, who at this point had done little more than some off-Broadway and failed TV shows. The very next year, she was starring in Friends.
Okay, everybody, this is Rachel, another Lincoln High survivor. This is everybody. This is Chandler and Phoebe and Joey. And you remember my brother Ross?
Sure.
Hey.
Despite being a cult film, Leprechaun received bad reviews and has long been regarded as a joke. Indeed, later films in the franchise took on a more tongue-in-cheek approach, whereas this one plays the horror mostly straight, or tries to. It doesn't really succeed. Aniston took the job on Friends and never looked back at poor Leprechaun, even expressing disappointment in her involvement in the film.
Hello, help us please. Come help us, we're trapped inside of here.
Where's the rest of me gold?
Carvin Copy, Denzel Washington.
God is white. It's simple logic. His son is white.
That's not proof. I'm white. My son is black.
Well, we suppose everyone has to start somewhere, and this two-time Oscar winner started in a movie called Carvin Copy. Ever heard of it? Exactly. Washington plays a teenager named Roger Porter who meets and tries connecting with his estranged white father. The movie's attempts to address racial dynamics are clumsy, relying heavily on stereotypes and broad humor.
We'll become pals. You can teach me how to build a model airplane. I'll show you how to pick a lock.
It was grossly outdated, even by the standards of its day. In fact, some may call it racist, or, if we're being generous, politically incorrect. It also has an inconsistent tone, struggles with its own social commentary, and lacks any sort of depth or nuance. It's amazing that Washington's career survived this.
Have you ever been arrested?
That's an offensive question, Marianne.
Yes, little sister, I've been busted by the pigs.
Roger, in our community, the pigs are known as police officers.
Endless Love, Tom Cruise.
Hey, I tried that. Ever tell you guys? 8 years old and I was into arson.
Many people think that The Outsiders was Tom Cruise's first movie. No. We wish it was. No, let us tell you about a movie called Endless Love. You probably know the classic song that was made for the film, but probably not the movie itself, which garnered 6 Razzie nominations. Accomplished actors like Shirley Knight and James Spader struggle with the poorly written material, and Brooke Shields gives a very weak star performance as Jade Butterfield.
No one will ever love me like that.
You'll always be loved, you'll see.
Not like that. Not like David.
Franco Zeffirelli also proved a poor director for the material, dialing up the melodrama to excessive levels. He also majorly missed the whole point of the novel, which author Scott Spencer has made abundantly clear. Luckily, Cruise's role was quite small, so he avoided much of the backlash.
I lit a whole pile of newspapers. You ever try to light a whole pile of wet newspapers? Jeez, it smokes like crazy. I got real scared, see? But you want to hear the wild part? It's like I'm a hero or something. They thought I saved the whole block.
North, Scarlett Johansson.
It's so great having you here, North. I've always wanted a brother to throw to.
Yeah, and now I have 2 big brothers to look out for me.
This movie is quite famous for 2 reasons: Roger Ebert's legendary review of it and a young Elijah Wood. Wood was already quite established by this time, having already starred in a number of popular films. But who wasn't established was 9-year-old Scarlett Johansson. Her role as Laura Nelson is quite small, but North is not the kind of movie you want to have as your debut.
Come on, North, you gotta stay.
Yeah, we really want you.
The script is terrible, with incoherent plotting and appalling cultural stereotypes as its main source of humor. And director Rob Reiner is wildly off his game, resulting in a slew of awful performances from established actors like Bruce Willis and Kathy Bates. When Kathy freaking Bates gets a Razzie nomination, you know something has gone horribly wrong.
All we want is for you to follow your dreams and be the best North you can be.
Hercules in New York, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is he your lover?
My what?
Hey, mister, watch your talk.
I can hear my talk. I cannot watch it.
Long before he was Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger was Hercules. Makes sense. By this time, Schwarzenegger was an established bodybuilder. In fact, this movie was released in 1970, the same year he was named Mr. Olympia for the first of 7 times.
fine cherries, but where are the horses?
He was also credited as Arnold Strong Mr. Universe, a testament to his bodybuilding fame. But yeah, this movie sucks. The production values are awful, and the dialogue is ridiculous. And while we hate to say it, Schwarzenegger himself is also dreadful, his lack of screen experience being glaringly obvious. His dub voice certainly doesn't help either. Luckily, the bodybuilder would eventually find his niche in the movies.
You can't go butting in there.
Wouldn't they like me to instruct them?
No, it's just for college guys. No outsiders allowed.
I am Hercules.
He knows you're alone. Tom Hanks.
I'm too tired to scream from the pain you just caused me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. I stretched out an extra foot to make sure I'd trip you.
Why'd you do that?
Well, it seemed the best way to meet you.
We bet you didn't know that Tom Hanks got his start in a cheap slasher movie. Yep, it's called He Knows You're Alone, and it's about a killer who stalks soon-to-be brides. It was released shortly after the movie Halloween, and it is plainly obvious that it was hastily and cheaply thrown together to cash in on the booming slasher craze.
Don't you like to be scared, Abe?
No.
Most people do, actually. I mean, like to be scared. It's something primal, something basic.
It's completely lacking in originality, and the direction leaves a lot to be desired, with atrocious pacing and an uninspired style. John Carpenter? This ain't. The filmmaking is also dreadful, with horrific production values, obvious technical flaws, and boring kills. At least get that right.
Say, have you got a dime?
What for?
I want to call my roommate and have him vacate the premises.
Why?
Well, I thought we'd play a game of backgammon.
Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, Charlize Theron.
Where is he? Come on, let's go, all right?
The Children of the Corn series was never particularly good, but it reached a new low in 1995 with Urban Harvest. The third film in the franchise is notable for the debut of 20-year-old Charlize Theron, who had just moved to Los Angeles after training as a ballet dancer.
And that concludes my sermon on Revelations.
Her role is very small, playing a follower of Eli Porter. Unfortunately, her first movie was not very good, full of unintentional comedy and cheap production values. Plus, it moves the action from rural cornfields to modern Chicago. And really, what's the point? Children of the Corn is all about that creepy, desolate atmosphere. And without it, it doesn't have much to stand on. Cutting Class, Brad Pitt.
Let's go to your house, huh?
Why?
Well, your father's still hunting. We can be alone.
This black comedy was Brad Pitt's first big movie, as he had primarily done TV throughout the 80s. This is yet another cheap slasher, but coming at the tail end of the decade when the genre was beginning to die. No pun intended. Some acknowledge the movie as one of those so bad it's good things, and as such, it has developed a small cult following.
Hey guys, I'm studying.
We want something.
I will give you a kiss, then go.
Well, I'll take a kiss, but what we really want is the key to the school files.
But it's not a well-made film by any means. The low production values result in cheap-looking sets, bad cinematography, and even poor special effects, which is a death knell for a slasher film. The acting is also quite subpar, and that sadly includes Pitt. Luckily, he would improve with time if his Oscar is anything to go by.
You don't show tomorrow, you fail. You fail gym class, you don't get your diploma. No diploma, no future, no nothing.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes, George Clooney.
There's room for another judge.
No thanks. If I want a girl, I don't need your help.
Okay, all right, suit yourself.
Before 1988, George Clooney was mostly known for his brief tenure on The Facts of Life, playing a character named George Burnett. He then transitioned to film and landed a starring role in Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
We had a report of tomato activity in this sector. You fellows know anything about this?
Tomatoes? No, I've never seen a tomato in my life. Come on, I'm sure tomatoes are illegal. We wouldn't know anything about anything illegal, right, Chad? Shut up, Matt.
Like its famous predecessor, this is a small cult film known for being a nice piece of B-movie schlock. It's intentionally bad, with a ridiculous plot, cheesy props and costumes, and over-the-top acting. But even by its own Dreckie standards, Return of the Killer Tomatoes misses more than it hits. It's just not as funny or memorable as it should be, especially given its absurd storyline.
What's that noise? Mice? Big mouse. Oh, no, it's horrible creatures! It's giant zucchini and man-eating artichokes!
Shut up! I'll handle this, all right?
Critters 3, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Johnny, you know better than that. You don't even know this guy.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't know you either, okay? He almost went over the edge. There could be badgers or something down there.
It's astounding that Leonardo DiCaprio got his start in Critters 3. Talk about coming a long way. Most people remember a young Leo from What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but this movie was released 2 years earlier when he was just 17 years old. The first Critters was a surprisingly solid film, a fun little Gremlins-esque romp, but the franchise saw diminishing returns, and by Critters 3, most of the fun had vanished.
Joshua, front and center now.
Joshua? Josh, please. Is that your father? Stepfather.
Unlike its predecessors, this was a rather poorly made flick, with a weak screenplay, cheap production values, and an over-reliance on campy humor, which alienated fans of the more horror-centric original. Still, for movie historians and Leo aficionados, it's quite the curiosity.
I just can't believe he's dead.
Josh, my mom died. Not like your dad. She died.
Have you seen any of these movies? What did you think? Let us know in the comments down below.
Are you ashamed of me, Dad?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.